Welcome to another Z video. Today, what we're doing, we're getting rid of this nasty OEM wheel gap. Let me show you how. So here's what I'm going to use, these H&Rwheelspacers. Now, these aren't just your typical wheel spacers, these are concentric ring type wheel spacers, which means this part of the spacer fits the inside board of your rim just perfectly, just like it does on the wheel hub. And if you don't get these type, then you always make sure that you run one of these, because otherwise you're gonna have a shaky steering wheel or brake pedal. So I opted for these. I thought these were gonna come with extended studs, because that's the way I was used to doing it in the past, kind of like it shows here in the picture of the box. But they weren't. They come with these lug nuts that I guess you use to tighten the spacer to the actual wheel studs, and then you use the OEM wheel studs on these guys here. So these are 20mm spacers, and I did some research, and it was either between 20 and 25. I think 25 was going to be too aggressive, to the point where I was going to need, once I lower the Z, it was going to need a lot of camber. I think with the 20mm lowered on coilovers will probably be perfect. It won't be perfect wheel gap or wheel fender to wheel ratio, but you know, it's still gonna look better than it does now. I mean, you know, look at this thing. Look at the gap in here. Legend has it that you can actually hear your echo. Hello! So here's what we got so far. I was just noticing that this came with this screw. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure I can take that off and run the spacer without it. I think that's there for when your your rotor gets basically seized to the hub because of rust and stuff. You can take this off, and you can use this nut or find another nut to thread in there, and then it pushes the rotor out. So I'm gonna try to take that off. I'm gonna put some penetrating fluid on it and see if it comes out. And then I'm gonna have to clean all this rust off and this right here on the hub, so that the spacer fits in there good. Same thing for the wheel, because we want to make sure that this surface is nice and clean. Same for in here, inside the hose. But let's do that now. This little thing here is just, it's just this sleeve, right? That's holding it. It's like a little placeholder, and then now you can thread this in there when you're replacing your rotors, which I will do in the future someday. Soon, you thread this in here, and you know, you tighten it, and it starts to push behind the wheel hub back here, and the rotor starts to come out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna save these for when I need to do that, and I'm gonna clean all of this, because again, I need a nice clean surface so that the wheel spacer sits there flush and there's no unevenness, because then if that happens, then of course I'm gonna get the, you know, shaky wheel. But all right, almost there. want it where I feel comfortable. See how it spins in the hub and comes out nice and easy. So it takes a lot of elbow grease with one of these wire brushes, and you just gotta scrub until you get it as good as this, because then you know it's gonna sit perfectly flat on the hub. So now I gotta try to figure out how am I gonna time these and torque them down, because obviously not four-wheel drive and the hub spins, so I'm gonna have to try stuff. I'll be back. So there, I got it to 80 foot-pounds. This part is very crucial. You have to make sure you do it as evenly as possible. If you saw, I first started and I hand tightened it. Then I did it with the wrench and just holding the hub with my hand. And lastly, I used the stick from the jack up on the brake pedal and underneath the seat, and that was enough force to allow me to use the torque wrench on these guys. This is a 17 millimeter, by the way. So this side's done. I'm gonna put actually I gotta clean the wheel too, and then I'm gonna put it on, test it, and lower it and see how it looks. Torque to 80 foot-pounds, and you see right here how you can see, hold on, how in there the wheel spacer, the hub centric part, it's perfectly around the inner part of the rim. So if I did this right, I should have no shaking at all or vibrations. But one down, 3 to go. Takes a lot of elbow grease and time, but we'll see if it's worth it at the end. We'll be back. Okay, that's looking pretty good. 25 would have been too much for me. Obviously, we had to drive it and take the weight, put the full weight back on the car, because right now it's kind of like janky, because that's what happens when you jack it up and you lower it. So we'll see, but I am liking it. It's looking good. Now I just gotta do the other 3. So I'll be back in a couple hours. Let's look before, after. You ever had one of those mornings where you wake up, it's beautiful outside, it's perfect weather, the birds are chirping, and you think to yourself, gee, I think I'll work on one of my cars today. I have a few parts that I can choose from. Let me take the easy one. And then reality hits you with the nope, not today. So here's what happened. Whoever worked on this car last, I don't know who you are, but you, sir, are an amateur. Completely stripped the studs, not the studs, but the wheel lug nuts on every single one. 3 out of the 4. That first one, no problem. Then I moved on to this one, and I was able to get the wheels, the lug nuts off and then back in. Same with this one. But then when I got to the left rear, these are the worst of the bunch. And so then this is supposed to be a 21, but the 21 didn't go in, so I had to stick a 22 in there and just force this one out. There's no point in me continuing, because I want to be able to move the car to the side so I can bring the G in here. So I had to order new lug nuts. They'll be here in a couple days. So for now, you know, this is dead in the water. I was really hoping to be done today, so now I have to wait a few more days. For you guys, it'll be instant. I'll see you in a few. So these finally came in, and I opted for these black painted ones. I don't know how long the paint's gonna last, but I think it's gonna be a good contrast between the paint of the car. So I still have to go deal with trying to get this out and trying to get the other four out. Got these from Concept C 2 days because they're local to me, and not bad for like $40 some, maybe 50 with tax and shipping or whatever. But anyways, let me go deal with this, come back, and I'm gonna throw all these on. So that means I gotta redo the other 3 that I already did. Anyways, I'll be back. I said this in my last video and I'll say it again. Sometimes the simplest things can make such a huge difference. Those lug nuts look nice. They contrast the paint very well. And look at that wheel fitment now. I love it how the tire pokes out from the bumper here now. And same with back here. Same with the rear. You see some of the tire profile, and back here as well. So now I'm gonna go wash this, and I'm gonna go to one of my favorite empty parking lots near my house, and that's where I'll see you guys next. So there it is. Very simple mod, can make the biggest difference. I mean, look how good that looks. It's pretty flush. The rears are perfect. The front, I guess you can go 25mm spacer, but I think it gives me the opportunity to go one size wider on the width of the tire. And then I think it'll fill in this small little gap left over here. I really won't know the rubbing situation right now. 0 rubbing. Once I lower it, might be a different story, but we'll see. Definitely coilovers, because I want to be able to have that adjustability. But again, look at those the black lug nuts. Sets it off just perfectly. And you know, like I said, you don't always have to spend. I mean, I guess you can buy, like, I'm gonna keep these wheels for a little bit. I'm definitely gonna go aftermarket wheels at some point, but for the meanwhile, you know, this is gonna work out. It definitely makes the car look different. That wheel gap was just ridiculous, but it's on point now. So that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about getting spacers, or if you're already running them. Let me know what kind of issues, or maybe they're, you know, like what's the longevity and what kind of problems am I gonna run into in the future. Let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you at the next one.